Hello and welcome, my evolving leaves. What we are going to do today is imagine that the partner rookie levels or child levels of the Digimon World game would evolve in a straight line, like they do in the anime, basically. Or, well, most anime have it that way. The rules for this are that I, with two exceptions, basically just want to use actual evolutions that can happen. Though sometimes that didn't quite work out because evolution can be weird in the first Digimon world. And also that they kind of need to fit, of course. Because if this was a show, well, yeah, they would definitely choose a specific line for a reason. Also, only Digimon that you are actually able to have as your partner in the original Digimon world. And of course, no ultimate slash mega levels because those simply didn't exist in the game. Well, there were some Digimon that had this level after the game, like Phoenixmon, for example. But I will count those as perfect slash ultimate levels for the purpose of this video because that's how it was in the game. So yeah, no wild Digimon, just whatever you can have as a partner. And with that, let's dive into my choices. Also, do not forget to like and subscribe, of course. Agumon, of course, is our first Digimon we gotta go with. And yeah, I think I need to apologize for being very basic about this. You can go into a different direction, but honestly, it just is too fitting. Greymon just works so well as its champion level. It's also orange, and it just looks like an evolution for Agumon. Yes, Tyrannomon would be a great choice as well, but Metal Greymon is the perfect outcome in the end. And if we have Metal Greymon, why shouldn't it come from Greymon, right? It just makes sense. If that wasn't the case and we could have chosen something different, maybe I would have gone for Tyrannomon. And before you say Megadramon, we have that planned for something else. Gammamon is clearly wearing a certain fur, and thus, yeah, I just had to evolve this fake lizard. Honestly, is Gammamon supposed to be a lizard or like a wolf? It's puzzling. But my choice for this is Garurumon, of course. It's just the fur. Not doing this would be really weird. It just was made for this. Now, for the perfect level or ultimate level, that was a bit harder as there's only Itamon as another animal like Digimon on that level, and that's not even really an animal, it's a puppet. But I have some interesting choice here. Skull Greymon. Now hear me out. There is a reason to this. Yes, Skull Greymon is a giant dinosaur skeleton. Doesn't have anything to do with a wolf. But Gammamon is kinda the counterpart to Agumon in this game. Both of those are starters you can have in the beginning, depending on how you answer the questions. And if you say that you prefer night over day, that gives a point to Gabumon. And I mean, Skull Greymon is a very nightly creature. It's the virus to Metal Greymon's, well, virus in this game because it's virus here, so it's not perfect, but I think it works. Betamon, yeah, you can probably see what I'm doing with this because I go the standard route. Sidramon is a solid choice for Betamon. The head looks kind of how a Betamon looks, just armored and then it got that long body. It just works very well. I was contemplating Quelamon as well. However, just like with Agumon and Greymon, there's a certain Digimon that this needs to turn into. Mega Sidramon. And it's a Seadramon in Mega. So why wouldn't you choose Seadramon in between here, right? Remember, this is not making an interesting evolution line for these, but something that would be the advertised line through anime and stuff. And yeah, they rarely do interesting evolution lines. Not saying bad, but you know how it is. Piomon or Biomon, yeah, you can probably see what is happening here. So, well, let's get it out of the way. Birdramon is a given. Yes, Kokatorimon is also a bird, and it would fit looking at the tail and stuff. But I have a much better fit for Kokatorimon. Yes, this will come up. And thus Birdramon it is. It becomes a fiery bird. Phoenixmon is a wholly fiery bird. So it is the natural evolution of Birdramon in this case. It's just a very fitting line. The color doesn't work perfectly, pink to red. Should become more like a crimson red, not this gold, but hey, when did Digimon ever care about colors? Or species? Or, I don't know, Gammamon is doing evolution sit-ups, so yeah. Elegmon is a little red guy that I really like and that is very much underrated. Or rather underused. I think a lot of people like it. And it has two things that made me do these evolutions. It has a certain shaped tail and electric powers that can stun you. Kokatorimon is basically the same, right? Yes, turning Elegmon into a bird might seem weird and a lot of people prefer Leomon for it. But quite honestly, I hope you can see what I'm seeing here. Their powers of petrification, which is more like paralyzes in this case, is kinda the same. They do it via electricity and they have that feathery broad tail. It just works. Now the evolution for that wasn't easy. Piximon at least has similar wings. And it has the cuteness that Elegmon had. This is kind of a Palmon, Togemon, Lilymon situation rather than being something that makes actual sense. But I honestly like this line, and well, Phoenixmon, the only real bird we have, was already used, so Piximon works, yeah. Kunemon is a small, electrifying bug. And it would have been interesting if Koshiro had one instead of Tentomon, but yeah, ultimately, I think Tentomon fits more. However, there's only one clear evolution for this, right? Kabuterimon. Yes, Kuwagamon exists, and a lot of people think Kunemon to Kuwagamon is the counterpart to Tentomon to Kabuterimon. However, why would an electric bug become a non-electric bug when we do have an electric bug? So I think this is just working as well as it does with Tentomon. And Tentomon not being a partner in this game, well, Kunemon gets Kabuterimon. And also the next logical step. Hercules Kabuterimon is the only bug at this level, and like with others before, why not use Kabuterimon in between? Why would we use Kuwagamon if we have electric bug with the same name even? This just writes itself. Palmon will become a very interesting case. Now the first evolution is due to what happens to the farm, which is tended to by Tanemon and then Palmon, after which you recruit Vegimon. Yes, Vegimon is Palmon's most natural evolution in this game. Is it better than Togemon? In a way, but in a different way. Like, can Palmon get something that is more fitting? Don't get me wrong, I like Togemon, the goofiness and everything is fine, but it's such an outlier, and Vegimon is kinda too, but oh well, Vegimon it is. But what to do for perfect and ultimate? What plant do we have here? Vademon? Yes, this is weird, but according to Digimon lore, this is a plant. An actual plant. So it fits. This is also one of the two exceptions that in the game Vegemon cannot become Vaidmon, but I had to take that liberty for this because look at the evolution chart. There is not much I could have done here. Patamon is our next little flying sausage. The battle sausage. What can we do with that? I mean, it's really obvious, isn't it? Unimon. You thought I was going to say Angemon? Well, I can see Angemon being a thing for Patamon, like how that evolution works. It kind of makes sense, but I think Unimon also makes a ton of sense and is a better in-between for what I have planned next. Megadramon. Yeah, the second exception, because Unimon cannot become that, and while Megadramon would have also worked for Agumon, I chose it here because it is orange, like Patamon, and it has wings that fit Unimon. So, yeah, the sausage becomes a horse and then a dragon. But honestly, there is Godramon as well for Patamon, so hey, Megadramon is something that's not too far out there actually, right? Penguinmon is our final partner here, and yeah, the aquaticness in this game is scarce. But I focused more on ice. Mojamon, the little yeti. Yeah, Frigimon would also work, I guess, being also ice related. But this is a small gray guy that is very punchy. And for the possible next evolution, that was very important. Gammamon, as well as a small gray guy that is punchy. Yeah, we lose the ice powers here, and that's a bummer, but there is no real icy thing in the final level of this game, so I had to cut some corners here. I had to cut a lot of corners here, actually, because Gammamon is very round and doesn't have corners, you see? And those are my picks for standard evolutions for Digimon World. Of course, there are no standard evolutions because in the game you are free to evolve. But if there were, I think these would some great fits. So tell me yours in the comments down below as well. I appreciate to read them. I would really like to hear that. And don't forget to check out this video right here, waiting for you. Until next time, bye.